All right, welcome. I'm going to give a minute for everybody to come through. Welcome to the Reliable HVACR live stream podcast. If you can't stay for the whole show, it is a podcast. You can listen to it on the go. If you don't want to watch the whole video, anything like that, it's cool. Listen to it on the drive. So I can already see we got Richie in the chat. LED Handyman, what's up, man? I know you're in school and you're missing it, but you can watch it later. So yeah. Let me double check something real quick. Okay, so today we do have a guest. This is going to be Ramon Perez. He is on YouTube, Instagram, different platforms as 5 Minute Delay. So I'm going to bring him on in a second. Okay, yeah, we're cool. All right, man. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, how's it going, Adrian? Thanks for bringing me on, brother.
No problem, man. All right, so we got people coming in. Obviously, if you guys have any questions for me or Ramon, just leave them in the chat. We'll get to them in a minute. So you're relatively still new to the trade, right?
Yeah, I'm about 4 years into the trade.
Okay, so go ahead and you know introduce yourself a little bit and tell people your name, your occupation, all that kind of stuff.
All right. So my name is Ramon. I am a service technician and do installs as well, mostly in Las Vegas, Nevada. I have done some service and stuff in closed areas like Arizona and Laughlin and stuff, Bullhead City, but based out of Las Vegas, Nevada. I started in installs. I started at a local residential company out of trade school. Did that for a couple months and then switched over to commercial. Did some installs over there and service as well. And I just kind of bounced back and forth. I got the privilege of doing both. I'm at a company that is well-rounded. We do a lot of projects in the winter, a lot of service in the summer. So just kind of bounce around.
Yeah. So you said you're from Vegas, right?
Yes, sir.
How is it out there? How is it right now, the weather and all that?
Right now we got a little bit of a funk. Right now it's really cold. It was actually snowing a couple days ago.
Shit.
Yeah, it's raining. Right now it's windy. I got some blankets and stuff up on the window. I don't want to mess with the sound. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's a little windy right now.
Yeah, we're getting some, and I think it's everywhere right now. The whole wind thing, because people in California said it's really windy, and then down here in Texas, we get like every other day it's like super windy, and then it goes away. So we've had some weird weather too, but it's finally hot, at least here, 80, 90 degrees. So I've been busy all week, just running no cool calls and that kind of stuff.
There you go, man. That's good. Yeah, right now we've had, like I said, a bit of a funk. It's been like, it'll be raining at 11 in the morning, then it'll be sunny at 2 and freezing again in the afternoon. Is just kind of all over the place.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought for some reason Vegas was more of a warmer area, but I guess your winter is like so.
Yeah, I talk to a lot of guys over on the East Coast, and I tell them like, oh yeah, we get down to like 34 degrees and stuff sometimes, and they're like, oh, that's nothing. We get down in like the zeros, it's freezing.
Oh, I guess it's kind of like here, like it's hot year round. So like I tell people I do AC calls like all year round. I hardly ever get like no heat calls, but when it does get cold, the coldest is like 30 degrees or something like that. We had a freeze one time that was like 20 at the most. And that was kind of like rare. It was like a weird thing that happened. It was a couple years ago. We weren't prepared for that one.
Is that the one where everything was started, like a bunch of pipes started bursting, a bunch of homes got flooded and stuff like that?
Yeah, and it happens more up north. Down here, we just didn't have power for like a week. It kind of sucked, but
yeah,
nothing major down here. It's just like, we had ice on the road and stuff. And I went in to work. I still had to work those days and stuff. We had a bunch of like walk-in coolers and freezers that were down. Mostly because they were undercharged or some sort of leak issue. And then like, we never get that kind of weather. And usually if it's hot, the pressures are high enough, because it doesn't need that extra charge. But like when it gets that cold, everything goes down because they're usually not charged properly. They're not like full capacity. Um, so we had to deal with a lot of that stuff. I was on the roof during that whole ice thing.
Oh man, that's crazy. Well, I'm hoping that you got a 4x4 and chains and stuff during that time. I know a lot of people can get stuck and it's
Oh
not that
yeah,
fun sometimes.
it wasn't that bad, but man, we had a lot of ice. Okay, so chat. I'm gonna look at the chat real quick. Ray is in here. Just work HVAC. Steve's in here. Everything HVACR. What's up,
Hey
man?
Steve, how's it going?
Tech tie. Yeah, Liamp was like, is it hot in Vegas? Not at the
Uh,
moment.
Not at the moment. In the summer, it does get hot. When you do residential, you're up in an attic. That attic can get like 140 and up. Just depends on how hot it is, and it's brutal.
See, that's why I don't like to do residential. I'm on the roof all day. I'm fine with that being in the sun. I can handle that. I'm not doing residential, but I have the privilege because I work for myself. I get to pick and choose.
There you go.
Let's
That's good.
see. Yeah, Kentucky, same thing. He's saying. I guess everybody's getting that wind and like these little cold spots and stuff like that. Tacti said it hit 89 in Texas. Yeah, like down here we got I think we got the same thing, 89, 90.
Damn, that's pretty good. That I can see why you guys are running no cool calls already. That'll get the house nice and warm, buildings nice and warm. So
Oh yeah, and then
do
it's
that.
it's it's the sun because like if it's cloudy like last week, it's like a nice fresh day if it's like 80 or whatever. But once the sun comes out, man, everything's burning hot.
Yeah, you're out there in the sun, you get baked.
Yeah, my HVAC life. What's up? Let's see. See Young in the chat. Wish it was warmer all the time. So tired of changing filters. And that's the thing. You people ask me how to stay busy, and I'm like, you got to do maintenance. You got
Yeah,
maintenance agreements or contracts, or if you just go around, changing filters, it pays the bills. I mean, it's the boring part. I'll agree on that. I rather do a really tough service call than go change filters, but it is what it
yeah,
is. Like I said, it pays the bills, man.
yeah, and definitely when you're doing those maintenances, I know business owners out there are gonna definitely appreciate you getting that pull through. I mean, don't sell parts that aren't needed or anything like that, but
Yeah.
definitely get that pull through. Keep yourself busy. A lot of people end up not working sometimes, not getting their full 8, so you got to get that pull through.
So you said you're in service right now, right?
A little bit of everything. We just finished up a little bit of a project, retrofit at a museum. Did a packaging and install a week or so ago. But right now we're just doing some maintenances.
Okay. So you work for a company based.
But what was that? Sorry, I kind of broke off.
Oh, you're working for a company that's based out of Vegas, right?
Yes, well, I work for a
And
local company.
they're like everything like residential, commercial.
No, they used to have a residential division, but they shut it down. We do a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
commercial and industrial. So the owner is a really big welder, chillers, boilers, pumps, all that big stuff. But we do a lot of package units and small commercial buildings as well.
Oh, that's kind of cool. So you get or you don't, do you work on industrial stuff or do you tag along for any of that stuff?
I do. I've been a helper on compressor change outs, some service calls and stuff. Just been that second guy. But if I go up to a chiller, like a centrifugal chiller, most of
Yeah.
the time it's like I'm kind of lost looking at it. So I don't got that much experience when it comes to those.
Yeah, man. Some guys, they do a little bit of everything, and I'm kind of surprised when I see that. And the only time I've seen a chiller in front of me is when I was in school, and that we had hands on to where we could work on like split systems and walk-ins and all that stuff. But as far as a chiller, we went on campus into the machine rooms and the chiller stuff, and just looked at it, kind of like got an overview. I did take an industrial class, but that wasn't like hands-on or anything. So I kind of get the mechanics of it, but I've never worked on it myself. We do hospital work too. but there's another company they get that work done through. We mostly do kitchen, so I do the light commercial stuff like package units, walk-in coolers and freezers, small reach-ins, things like that.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right on the ball with when you look at it, it's a different ball game. I mean, we know the basics, how everything kind of works, but I want to give a shout out to my service manager. That guy can like look at any single unit and just figure it out. Chillers, boilers. Um, I don't know how he does it. I mean, one day I hope I get there, but
Yeah.
some people just pick it up. They're quick with it and understand everything.
Well, I mean, experience is key. So like what I tell people is, I mean, obviously experience is the best form of learning. You get hands-on. If you make mistakes, you just don't make those mistakes again. And yeah, like when people ask me about refrigeration or they're trying to change over maybe from residential or something like that to either service or commercial or something else, I always tell them it's the same principle. It's the same refrigeration cycle. It's just it looks a little different, or you might have different safeties here and there. It's all the same thing.
Yeah,
Rejecting
exactly.
rejecting heat, trying to get or refrigerant to flow correctly. All that stuff. It's all the same.
Yeah, definitely.
Steve, we had a storm or ice storm. Yeah, ice storm a few years back. Not fun, man. Eddie, what's up? Richard, what's up, guys?
Oh, whoa. Did it just change up on me? It like doubled screen on my end for some reason.
Zach in here. Let's see.
There we go.
Oh, we got Field Piece in the house. Tony. What's up, Tony? I love Field Piece products. I don't know about you. Are you a
Yeah,
Fluke or Field Piece?
definitely field piece.
Okay.
Field piece is like my go-to. I got the S-Mans, I got the wireless probes, I got their, you name it, I basically got it all. They're just so reliable and they're a great product for sure.
All right. Well, that's good because Tony's in the chat. He's over there with Field Piece. I've seen him online a bunch of times, and he always demos our products and stuff.
Oh, nice. Is
Uh,
he works for like the factory?
I mean, I haven't talked to him personally, but I always see him in the videos. He's always doing the like the new releases and stuff, and it's like in their factory and stuff.
Oh,
I need to talk to him, but he's in here. Uh, let's see. Just gonna look at the chat real quick. Tech Tie, he's asking how long have you been at it?
4 years. I started I want to say the end of 2018. So roughly 4 years.
And if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I am 25. I just turned 25 last month.
Oh, okay. So, how did you get started in the whole trade thing? Like, is that something you picked up from somebody else, or did you find it a different way?
So I ended up getting my girlfriend at the time. She's my wife now, pregnant.
Hmm.
And I have a brother-in-law that was in the trade, and he kind of gave me advice and said this is a good trade. You'll be compensated well if you have a good work ethic. And he took me on a side job, and I was just intrigued. It was like the whole science behind it. I was all the pressures and the temperatures and how everything correlated together. It definitely was something that I wanted to do, and signing myself up for school and got my first job and just took off from there.
So you went to like a trade school, or was it a college?
It was like a short-term trade school. It was only like 4 months long, so it wasn't
Oh,
like the
okay.
full experience, but it was like to get you the basics and whatnot.
Yeah, and that's what I tell people. I'm like, I mean, if you want something a little longer and all that, college. Like I went through college, so they have that whole like 2-year program. Technically, it's a year and a half because the other semester is your basics and English, math, all that kind of stuff. But it's like a year and a half with straight uh, HVAC, refrigeration, all that stuff. And then you have your class for each thing, like your electric class, your I did a residential class, a commercial class, an industrial class, all that stuff, which is great. But if you take a crash course, I mean, they're both kind of like crash courses because either way, you need that experience out in the field
Yeah, see
to
different
learn
things.
a lot of the stuff, especially how things are done and real world like practice. But like either way, like if you want to go to school, like what I tell people is you're going for like a basic understanding, and you're going just to get like your basics, like you know what superheat and subcool is, you know what you know how to use your tools, you know how to hook up your gauges, maybe do a pump down, things like that.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
once you get into the field, at least they can tell you, to do these things and you understand them and all that. Because like I've had people that ride with me, and nothing gets me a little frustrated more than somebody who doesn't understand like what I'm saying, or I gotta tell it to them like 100 times. So school is good for basics, a little understanding, and you get some textbook stuff in there. And at least with me, it helped me as far as like knowing about recovering, the importance of vacuuming, stuff like that. That unfortunately, when you go out into the field, a lot of these old timers, I don't know if it's still. I mean, I guess it still is a thing, but they don't want to recover. They don't want to pull a vacuum. They don't want to do all this stuff. They don't have a micron gauge or anything like that. So
Yeah,
if
exactly.
you go to school, you learn all those things. And I had that heads up when I got into the field because I worked with some guys that were like that. They're like, go get the bucket of water, and we're gonna take out this freon and all that stuff. So it
Yeah,
is what it
no.
is.
Yeah, I've worked with both sides. People that were like, get the bucket, we're letting it go. It doesn't matter. But then I've worked with like the more, what would you call it? More technical techs that want to weigh it out, see if,
Yeah.
what the charge was. If it was low, was there a leak? What's going on with it? And so you just got
And
both sides of the trade, and you just got to make sure that, you pick the one that you're going to benefit most from because you don't want to be guessing out there, especially on some critical units.
oh yeah, man. Like we've had a couple guys like work for us and stuff, and we're a family business, so we're super small. But like when we get somebody, I make sure they have the scale, make sure they have like the recovery, the vacuum, micron gauge. I want them to have all that stuff because I want them doing it the right way. I don't care if it takes longer. I don't care if it's a little more work intensive. Like it needs to be done this way because more times than not, if you're just like a company goes, because we've taken over restaurants and hospitals that the customer gets tired of calling a certain company because they could just go and like keep adding refrigerant, or they can't figure out the problem and they're just in and out and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, if you take your time, do things the right way, you'll figure it out. And I just try to reduce, all my callbacks because that's the one thing I hate is callbacks.
Yeah, losing money, making yourself look bad. You don't want none of that.
None of
You
that.
did
Yeah.
say that you like when you're training your guys, you're making sure that if it takes longer, they're learning right. And I want to tell you that's great. Not a lot of people do that. A lot of people want to rush through the jobs. They don't want to show the guys like this is how you set everything up. This is why we're recovering. This is why we're checking this, and they just like to rush through it. And that's not really going to help the guy out that you got working with you in the long run. He's going to be calling you for help, and the more
Yeah,
time you
man.
spend training them, the better they're going to be of service to you and everybody around you.
And I mean, every company is different. So like, I know some people have asked me about that kind of stuff. And I think I have a question that I'll pull up in a bit because they work for a company that maybe doesn't do all the right things and they don't know how to go about it. But like for me, when I started, of course, I had to get my experience and all that because I wanted to get my contractor's license like as soon as possible. So I did ride along with some people. I did work for like some guys that we kind of knew, and got my experience and all that. And I hate telling like older guys like how to do stuff, but there was always like some tension there. Like we would butt heads, and I'm like, well, I learned it this way in school. I know it's not the way you do it, but it's really about doing what you can to the best of your abilities, I guess,
Yeah,
and with what you have. So I mean, I hope, like anybody that's listening, I hope you guys understand, like, there's always a right way to do things, and you can always learn about these things online. There's a bunch of great channels that actually like teach classes and research. Like, go after work, go and research something, learn as much as you can. I like to read the manuals on new stuff that we're getting, like new equipment and stuff. There's
Yeah,
always a
everything you need
way.
to know is in
There's
the
always a way
manual.
to. There's always a way to learn. And didn't you go to a training or something?
Yeah, today
Was
we
that
went
today?
to a yeah, we just wrapped up a training. It was pretty good actually. Usually some of the trainings around here are just like sales pitch, like try to get you to buy a product, but this guy was actually pretty thorough and knew what he was talking about. So it
Was
was
it
really
about
interesting.
anything in particular?
Yeah, it was mostly related to static pressure in the ducts, airflow, how it kills compressors, killing motors, stuff like that. So it was a very good, thorough training.
Seeing that's the other thing. Like, you learn all these other things because, let's say, like that, a compressor dies or motor dies or something like that, and you just replace it. Like, do you know why it went out? Like,
Yeah, you got to know.
was there any other symptoms? Was there anything else wrong with the unit? Are you going to get called back in another month or something and another one dies? Like, you got to research or look into it. And the more you know, the better. Like if you had a training on that, that's great. And that way you're more prepared when you're in the field. Because, like, I've dealt with guys like that work for us, or I've worked with. And I mean, I think the technical term is like a parts changer, you
Yeah,
know? So I don't want to be that guy, right? You go there, you find what's bad, but you got to find out why it went bad. It might not always be obvious. Sometimes it is like a dirty coil or something like that, but it could be like intermittent, or it could be a tough one. You just got to write it out, check everything, double check everything. That's the way
yeah,
I like to do it, and then just be
exactly.
sure. Yeah, just be sure that you got
You'll get
the
those ones
problem.
that are brutal though. You'll do like a compressor, and then you won't know what took it out. Everything looks fine. You'll kick it on, and then find out the TXV shut, and then you're like, you get those ones that you can't diagnose really because
Yeah.
compressor's off. So I mean, you got to
Sometimes
be
I'll
careful
tell.
out there.
Yeah, sometimes I try to be honest with my customers. Like, if I don't see why something gave out, I'm like, we're gonna put whatever it is in, like a brand new motor, compressor, whatever, and I have to run it at least once or twice to see if anything else is bad or anything else caused this. So I just try to be honest with my customers, and we mostly deal with commercials, so like a lot of fast food chains and stuff like that. For the most part, they understand and they rather get it done right. Um, I can tell you, when I first started, when we first opened up, I was more concerned with I guess losing the customer, where I was like, well, I'm trying to save you money and this and that. But then you end up looking bad, right? You're
Yeah,
just replacing the compressor and you're not fixing anything else. You're trying to keep, I guess, the cost down and stuff like that. But in the end, I don't think they really care too much about that, as long as you're not price gouging, because they just want the equipment fixed. So the more in depth you can get, I would highly recommend making sure you understand why something gave out and take the time and look over like everything.
yeah, definitely. And I'm definitely going to implement what you just said. Like if moving forward, if I find a compressor and I can't find the signs of what to get out, and I just give the customer a heads up, like we got to run the unit and see what happened. Obviously, when we find the problem, we're not going to let it run and kill itself again, but
Yeah,
we'll address that when we get there.
it's like a fine line, because like if the unit is like 20 years old or 25 years old, I give them the option. I'm like, look, you might want to consider a new unit, and if you want me to continue with the repairs, um, it's like a risk. Like, it'll work. It might work. It might work for a week, a month. I don't know. Like, I won't know until we get it going and we can check everything. Because I did have a comment earlier today. It's like somebody told me that they did a repair and it cost them like 2 grand in work. I can't remember what he said he replaced, but that something else broke on the unit, and he ended up giving the customer a full refund.
Oh
And I
wow.
was like, you're you're a good one, I guess, but like, I wouldn't. You shouldn't take a loss like that. You need to be honest with your customer, and you let them decide, do I want
Yeah,
to put more money into it, or do I want to buy something new and not worry about it? So
yeah,
uh,
definitely.
as long as you talk to them, you have it in writing. I take a lot of pictures too. Like I try to cover myself as much as possible, so it's like it's their money. They can do what they want with it, but I don't want to be responsible or losing money either. So
Yeah,
um,
exactly. You don't want to
it's a
do all that.
business. Yeah. I did have one where it was I think it was two compressors that gave out on I think it was a carrier rooftop package unit, and one compressor blew out the terminal pin, right?
Oh
So it
wow.
lost all the charge and everything. And then the next one, I thought it was good, so I did all this work. I think I replaced, the dryer. I patched up a bunch of leaks by the coil and stuff, and then I did my vacuum and everything. I think I recovered it because it was R22, and I converted it to 407. And then
Oh wow.
just to find out the other compressor was shot too. So I mean, I go
Yeah,
through it
that's
too, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that all over again. But you
yeah, that's
guys
fun.
need you
It's
guys
funny
need
you
a new
say that. I
compressor.
just found or not found. It's been an ongoing thing, but I just checked it today when I was doing the maintenance, and we got a carrier compressor that actually blew the terminals out too. Long time
Oh
ago, I
yeah.
quoted it and everything. Customers just sitting on the quote right now though, but we'll see. Hopefully, they approve it pretty soon because summer's coming.
And see, I was trying to save them money because I thought the compressor was still good. So I did all the repairs further down the line, right? The leaks and all that. Because I think this one had a clogged up dryer, and I think the pressure controls might have been like bypassed or something. And sure enough, it was running dry because both of them had leaked out, and both compressors were shot. And I was like, damn. But I told the customer I was going to try to do what I could just because they wanted it up and going. And we ended up having to order. Well, I quoted them two compressors, but they opted for a new unit. So I was like pretty happy about that at least.
There
I
you
didn't
go.
have to
That's
do
good.
I didn't have to do all that again either or anything like that.
Yeah, that's good. How do you like do you guys have your own install site, or do you guys take care of your installs? I've seen a couple videos you posted like of you guys doing installs, I think, or
Well, we
maybe you
don't.
guys came after a company. I think it was, yeah, you guys came after a company, and I guess they reversed it or something. It was a
I
while
mean,
ago.
I do so many videos, but we don't do like new construction or new installs. Like I said, we only do commercial. So I'll do like a change out. Like if they need a new unit, we'll take the old one off the roof, put a new one in. You start it up and stuff like that. As far as like walk-in coolers and freezers, the same thing. If the unit is shot, we'll put a new evaporator, condenser, pipe it in and everything. But we mostly just like replace, change outs. We don't really do like fresh installs, so to speak. Um, I find it interesting, the whole install side and the residential side. I stick to what I know, right? I do commercial, I do restaurants, and like kitchen work.
Oh, okay, all right. So
Uh,
you've been doing service for how long have you been doing service?
I'm going on, what are we, 23? 16 years.
Oh wow,
So I
nice
started,
man.
yeah, I started when I was about 20.
20. Damn, you've been at it. You got some experience for sure. I'm sure you've seen a lot of things.
Oh man, like what I tell people is like I'm not perfect. I still screw up. I find it very easy to do work now. Like I go in there, I can kind of tell by listening, doing a quick glance over, I can kind of tell what's going on with it. But like that took me like probably half of my career to get there. Like the first 5 to 8 years, I was not comfortable. I was like screwing up a lot. I was not, like I would say, efficient or organized, and that made a big difference too. When I started doing that, I was very disorganized, and I just wanted to get paid, go in and get out, stuff like that. Like it took me a few years to get to where I am now. So like my first half of the career, like I said, I was like burning holes in pipes. When I'm brazing, I was like misdiagnosing stuff. I was putting in stuff backwards. Like I've done it all. Like I had to learn on the job. And some of the guys that I learned from were good, but it's very different. Like when I went out on my own, like by myself, and then like I'm trying to call them, and it's like those weird issues that you come up to, and it's like like I call somebody and they kind of don't, they've never seen it before or something like that, and you got to sit there and like figure it out. So I've been through all that. I'm very comfortable now, and if I go up to unit, I can kind of tell. But I've been doing it for a long time. I don't know what, or like I'm 36 now, so or I'm going to be 36. So I've been doing it going on 16 years. That's how long the company's been open. So
Yeah,
we're
damn, that's good. Yeah, we
it,
all got to go through those, man, for sure. All those misdiagnoses, blowing holes in pipes. I think we've all done it. I mean, I haven't been in the trade that long, but I got a good share of experience from everybody that I've worked with. So I've done my fair share so far, and I'm sure that there'll be more in the future.
yeah. I mean, it happens, but if you have somebody that you can ask questions and kind of help you maybe over the phone or anything like that, that's always helpful.
Yeah, I've reached out to a lot of guys over on Instagram. I recently reached out to one of the residential guys because we're having a customer that wanted some better indoor air quality and stuff like that. And, in commercial, you don't really mess with that. So I
Yeah.
just reached out to him and he gave me some feedback on what I could potentially help them out with. So definitely, if you got the resources, definitely use them.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. Like right now, I'll get into the whole social media thing because it's very helpful, especially nowadays. But let me get into the chat real quick. I think I'm kind of behind over here.
No, no worries.
Let's see. I guess Richard works in with chillers because he's talking a whole bunch of chiller talk in the chat here. Let's see. Steve over here with some knowledge. Keep learning. Every failure is a learning experience. As
Yeah,
long as you don't
definitely.
make as long as you don't make the same mistake twice, I'm all for it. Just
Yeah, you got to be observant every single time. You got to use that to your advantage and see what you can get better at, and keep that in your arsenal.
yeah, and see like you said you got into it because of your, was it brother-in-law?
Yeah, yeah, he was
Yeah.
already doing it for a long time, so he took
Yeah,
me.
I got into it because of my dad, but he doesn't do HVAC. He fixes like kitchen equipment, so fryers, grills, all that kind of stuff. And
Oh, he's on the hot side. He
he's on
works
the
more on
hot
the hot
side.
side.
Yeah, so then he's like, man, I need somebody in here because it's awkward when you got two companies in the same building. So he's like, I'm working on this, and there's a refrigeration guy here, and a lot of times, at least around here, the companies do both. So then, like, if somebody else is there, more than likely, they're trying to get your work too. So he's like, man, I need you to do the cold side and stuff. So I was like, yeah, I looked it up. I got super interested in it, and I've been a person I like fixing things. I like tearing down things. I used to work on electronics and stuff like that. So, I mean, it interested me, and I got into it, and I've been loving it so far, and it's been great.
Oh yeah, it's a really good trade to get into for anybody out there that wants to get in. It's very giving, that's for sure. You'll learn a lot of skills that you can take home and use them in other places.
Fernando over here. I'm pretty husky, but I'm scared of heights. I'd rather be in the attic. Do you
Yeah,
guys do do you guys do like high roof work? Like I think I've gone over like 25 feet on my highest one, I guess. Do you guys do a lot of rooftop work and stuff?
yeah, we do. We have a couple accounts that they have air handlers up on the roof. They got package units up on the roof. Some of them are 2-story. Some of them are 5-story. A couple years
Oh,
back, we
okay.
actually changed out a cooling tower up on like a 4-story building. It's not that big, but that was my first time doing or I was a helper on the cooling tower, so that was pretty cool.
Well, I've been to Vegas a couple times. You guys have taller buildings than we do down here. We're a small town down here in South Texas. So um, I think it bothered me a little bit when I started the whole height thing, but I got over it kind of quick. Um,
Yeah, just don't look
when
down, man.
don't lean over the edge, don't look down, stuff like that. Yeah. Or when I well, a lot of our customers have that built-in either riser room or they have a ladder in the kitchen that goes up on the roof. So I like those. It's when we started doing like strip malls and stuff like that, where I got to set up a ladder all on the side of the building and climb up there and stuff. I've had some shady ones where I got to get a ladder to go up on the carport area, like offices. You know how they have a carport in the back for the employees and stuff. I
Yeah.
had to get up there and then put another ladder to get up on the actual building, and those were kind of
Yeah.
sketchy.
Yeah, I guess yeah, that could be sketchy. Yeah, I
So
haven't
I
had
mean,
to
I got
do
over
too
it.
many of those yet.
Yeah, I got over it after a while, but I mean, it wasn't. I didn't like it at first, to be honest, but I prefer it now. I like. Well, Ferdinando rather be in attics. I'd rather be on a high roof than an attic, personally.
I'll take both. I'm pretty comfortable with both.
Oh, that's good, man.
Just depends on the weather, I guess. I'm not trying to be in an attic for too long if it's 110 out.
No, man. Like, I mean, that's another thing. Like, I mean, I don't do attic work, but like I said, it gets hot here. It's over 100 degrees a lot of the time. So just make sure you have water. Make sure you do anything you can to keep yourself cool or take a break, every now and then. Like, I don't think people understand that they got to take care of themselves when they're doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And like when I was younger, I thought I was Superman and all that, right? I wanted to just get the job done and be. I was in the sun all the time. I was always burnt, uh, and all that. Now I buy like I have the Subco umbrella. I wear arm sleeves. I wear like the bucket hats. Like I do everything to keep myself either hydrated, in the shade, or anything like that.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. You got to take care of yourself. Make sure that you're in it for the long run. You don't want to burn out. Take care of
Yeah,
yourself, drink electrolytes, do whatever you got to do.
yeah, man. I used to be so like worn out, and it was crazy. And then like nowadays, I know I'm getting older. I try to take care of my body a little bit, and I watch out for myself like that. But um, you don't want to burn yourself out, wear yourself out, or anything like that.
Yeah, you don't. What is
Let's see.
Richie Goodman? What is your mug? What does your mug say? Oh, this is my summer mug. It says nobody cares, work harder.
Hell yeah. Let's see.
When you're drinking your coffee in the morning after you've been working the whole previous night, you kind of need a little motivation to get going.
So, D-Swole, projects or service? I don't know if he's asking your preference.
Well, I personally enjoy projects a little more. It's probably because I've done them uh, a lot more in my career. When I started out, like I said, I did more installs and whatnot. I just like the whole process of it from beginning to end, where you're demoing everything out and putting everything back in, making it look nice and neat, doing the whole startup process. I mean, you see some of these guys on Instagram and their work is just immaculate. Like Jeff, I want to give a shout out to Jeff. His work is just it's crazy.
Man, yeah, those guys, and
They don't play around. They get
I'm
down.
finding out. Yeah, I'm finding out there's more of those people out there because, like, obviously, some of these guys post and they're well known, but there's a lot of guys out there, that might not post as often or not on social media, and then they get on there because a lot of people are popping up now, and I'm like, man, like all these guys do incredible work. There's actually guys out there that care,
Hell
take
yeah.
pride in their work and stuff, and it's awesome to see. And I get jealous of that kind of stuff. Like I that kind of makes me want to do like the whole install side of things and all that. But I'm very comfortable, I don't know, doing service and figuring out that stuff.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, use all that for motivation, just to keep getting better.
Oh
I'm a
yeah.
very competitive person, so when I see like these badass installs, I'm like, fuck, I gotta,
Oh yeah.
get better, do some better stuff. Like, so I use that for motivation. But they look great, these installs. But yeah, I would
Yeah.
say projects for sure. I don't mind the service. I just like the way projects come together. At the end of it, you feel accomplished, at least for myself.
Yeah, man. Let me go through the chat real quick. That's what makes us whoa. That's what makes us a technician doing things the right way. The wrong way are hacks.
Yes, and I've seen a lot of crazy stuff out there where I'm like, what were you thinking?
Yeah, like HVAC Life saw a guy use a Gatorade bottle for a recovery machine.
Oh, I hope it was a little reach-in that didn't have much refrigerant.
I know, man. It's crazy out there. Like, and I have my license and stuff. I have my EPA. I have all that stuff. And it sometimes if you know people, you can get away with not having that stuff. Because
Oh,
I've walked into or I've walked into supply houses, and if they know people, they'll sell to them. Like it kind of sucks, but uh, I don't know if they need to make it harder or they need more people watching. Because like that whole recovery thing, I actually saw somebody doing that like a few months ago, and I think I was doing a service call, and they had to call that company back for a install that they had done for them, and it was like a brand new package unit, and I'm like, why are you taking out refrigerant
yeah, on a
like
brand new unit.
to begin with? And there he is with his little water jug, and I'm like, I'm done, I'm getting out of here. I'm like, I
Be
don't
a
want to
part
have
of
this.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't want to be here. Let's
yeah,
see. Oh, this guy Tech Tie. Even when you take your time management, be like, don't forget NTE. Those are the things that people don't get on some of my videos. I'm like, I go do the initial troubleshooting checks and all that, and if I can do the repair, I will. We have NTEs. I don't know if you guys deal with that kind of stuff.
no. Would you be able to
The
explain what the
the
NTEs are?
they're not to exceed limits. So I have a budget every time I go out, and it's usually under $500. So
No, wow.
Uh, so yeah, we deal with these chains, right? Big pizza chains, fast food chains, big accounts. So everything that they do is online, and there's a whole system that I have to go through. Some of them I have to check in and out and do all this stuff on their end. Um, besides, my invoice, but there's always a cap. So like if I do my troubleshooting and like small repair or whatever I do, that's what I charge on my trip out there.
Oh, okay.
If there's a major repair to be done, I need approval. So that's why when he's talking about the whole NTE thing, if I have to change out valves, compressors, several motors, stuff that adds up, I have to get approval or I don't get paid. So a lot of times, like in my videos, they're like, "You're already there. Why didn't you just do or finish a job or whatever?" And I'm like, most importantly, I'm not
You
doing
need
work
it.
for free. I need to get paid. So I'm going to go back. It's not a big deal. I'm already used to it. Um, so we deal with the NTEs, and some other places call it something else, but it's basically a budget.
Yeah,
Every
now
time
that
we
you
go,
explained it, we actually
yeah,
at the previous company we did have NTs. We took care of a couple national accounts like Apple and Verizon's and stuff like that, and they had a not to exceed of like $1,000 or something.
yeah. It used to be more for us, but now it's like 500. I don't know why they did that, and I think they were trying to do even less. And I'm like, I can't. I was like,
Yeah,
I at least need the 500 to go out there and then troubleshoot.
yeah, and then go on from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what these corporations think that everything's all free and stuff.
Oh yeah. Then they're like, you were just here and now this is not working. I'm like, well, that's not what I was working on. But if you want to put a request in, I'll go out there again.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see.
Steve, we need more training. Yeah, like you said, you went to a training today. I've gone to trainings around here too. They do the like Manitowoc, Scotsman, a lot of the ice machine ones I would go to, and those are always interesting because they'll have the new products. They'll have the machine taken apart, and they'll show you how it works. You can ask questions, about cleaning them because those are a pain in the ass to clean the ice machines.
Yeah, we do a couple. We got a couple ice machines under contract.
Oh, you do?
Some pretty decent sized ones. I think they call them like Quadzillas or something. They're
What brand are they?
I think they are Scotsman. I think they have I might be mistaken. I've never been to this account, but some of the guys that have cleaned them tell me I think they have 4 evaporators on them. They're massive. This is for a big like convention center.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The ones that I do are just little tiny ones in like a small kitchen and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm used to, like the kitchen ones. But we've done like arenas and stuff like that where they have much bigger equipment, or hospitals. I've done the Hoshizaki, the Scotsman, Manitowoc, Follett too. Like there's a few of them.
Yeah,
And
definitely. We need more training when it comes
they're
down to everything.
yeah, they're all different. But they all need to be cleaned. And a lot of my customers, I hate to admit it, but they don't want to do the maintenance on them. So
Yeah, they don't. And then we're lucky that some of the ones that we got actually throw the D-skill light onto the Scotsmans, so they're forced to call us out because the inspectors or
oh
the kitchen chefs will go out there and tell them like, "Hey, this light is on. We need to get this taken care of, or we're not going to pass."
man, when those inspectors go out there, our calls go through the roof.
Yeah, they want them clean now. They want them clean yesterday.
Yeah, man. We get real busy around that time. Let's see. Jason, what's up, guys? Love the stream.
Thank you, sir.
Tech Tie, 99% of companies don't want to train or rack up the NTE to train. I don't know if he's talking about manufacturers or service companies, but we do need more training. If you're working for somebody, just make sure you ask questions. They might not answer you like right then and there, because I've been there. I'm working on a call. I get frustrated. I kind of don't want to talk sometimes when I'm doing the call. I'll explain like after the call.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when
So,
it's the summer days, man, and you're going from call to call. You're just
yeah,
worn out. You just don't have like the capacity to like sit down. You just go, go, go. So
yeah, man.
I feel that.
If I'm working with somebody, I'm like, let's just finish this. Do what I'm telling you to do, and we'll get out of here and we'll talk on the drive, because I am like out of it right now.
Yeah, it's that mental burnout is no joke.
Oh yeah. Liamp, beer can cold. It's always a good way to start. Check the
Suction
beer
line.
can cold. YouTube University is where it's at. So if you guys are looking for channels, HVAC School is a great channel. AC Service Tech and Ty Brenneman is my personal favorite. I don't know if you've seen that channel, Ty.
No, I haven't. The other ones you
So
mentioned, I have.
yeah, those are great because they're basically like online courses. If you just go watch their videos, like they explain
Yeah,
everything, and now they have those cool animations and stuff
yeah.
on the HVAC School one. Yeah,
Yeah, when I first started, I was actually listening to Brian Orr on HVAC School. I would play it on the podcast, and just while I was driving to the call or driving to the job site, I would just listen to it and try to absorb as much as I could.
yeah. Yeah, for a while I was just like having all these podcasts on, especially on the long drives. Just listen, soak it all in.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
but yeah, if you get a chance, just search Ty Brenneman. He's an awesome teacher. He's very like animated. He has a fun way of teaching, and he goes like super in depth, and he always has everything that he's talking about like there on his desk, and he has it like either a cutaway or disassembled for easy explanation and stuff. So that's one of my favorites. And he's on, I don't know if he's on Instagram, but he's on like TikTok. He's trying to do that. And like I said, he has a YouTube channel. A great guy.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna have to check him out for sure.
And I think he was at that HVAC school, the symposium that they do. He's one of
Yeah.
the presenters for that one.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check him out. Watch his videos for sure.
Yeah, he has great videos. That's the one that I want to go to, that symposium. I bought my virtual ticket. I need to finish watching it, but that's a great one. They have great speakers. I think, yeah, AC Service Tech. Craig goes out there too and stuff.
Yeah, he's got some good training for
They have a
sure.
lot of guys. Yeah, I got to meet him at the AHR. Great guy. Let's see. Let me go through the chat real quick. Steve, good old YouTube certified.
Can't go wrong with it, especially when you're on the job site.
Tactile, after watching Steve's PM videos, I tried stepping up my game and got called out for NTE. They're trying to save their pennies. I don't know. Some people, I think some people mentioned it. I know there's some places. I guess it interferes with their bonus or something.
Oh yeah,
I've heard that a lot.
a lot of these
Yeah,
directors will not get their bonus if they like spend the money on fixing the facilities and stuff. We ran into, I don't want to talk about it too much, but we ran
yeah.
into people like that, and they will literally like look at a broken unit and just do the bare minimum to keep it going when they know they need to repair it
Which is
or
horrible.
replace it.
And that doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know why it would affect their bonus or whatever they get out of it, but they got to keep the store running. Like, I don't get why they do that.
Yeah, and then it makes us as technicians look bad. Like if another company goes out and they're looking at all this stuff that's broken, you're not there to defend yourself and say like, "Hey, they're not approving the work. Like we've quoted
Yeah,
this." They make you look bad. Like they're not taking care of your units, so it kind of backfires on the contractor.
yeah, man, you gotta watch out for that. Like I said, I try to cover myself. I just put everything in writing now.
Yeah,
But
emails, writing.
there's always a company trying to come in and make you look bad. And that's what I tell people. Like, when you're doing work, I mean, obviously for me, and I know you have your channel and stuff too. Um, Posting about my work makes me a little more self-conscious about what I'm doing. I
Oh,
try to make
most
sure that
definitely.
I don't screw up, and I double and triple check now. So, I mean, it's helpful for me because I want to be, better about it and stuff. But um, I always tell people when you're out there, do it as if somebody is watching you, because you never know when once you leave a service call or something like that, if a manager is going to go and inspect what you were doing, if another company comes and takes a look at it, or even somebody in your own company. Some guys are trying to get promotions or whatnot. Like, if you did something bad, or if you forgot to do something, like, you'll get ratted out real quick. So
Yeah, some of these guys
just
are ready to throw you under the bus as soon as they get
yeah,
the chance.
so when you do your service call, make sure that you're double checking and just act like somebody's going to inspect your work or something, because more than likely, if you leave a mess, if you do something that the customer might see, or like I said, another tech, it's going to come back and bite you. So just do your best and make sure that you cover yourself.
Yeah, definitely. I always pretend like somebody's listening on everything that I'm doing, or like you said, watching me. So I always try to do the best that I can.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I love this one. Tech tie compressors don't go out; they get murdered. Um,
Exactly.
yeah, I want to say every compressor I've changed out, it's usually, at least around here, because somebody bypassed pressure control. So they don't shut off on low charge or high head anymore, and that compressor just burns out.
Damn, that's horrible. I'm sure it gets hot over there too in the summertime.
Oh
So that
yeah,
thing is
man.
just running.
Yeah, because I have or like when we first started dealing with 410, Like my gauges, if the coil was plugged up or something, my gauges would go off the charts. Like
Oh,
it gets so hot down here.
yeah. I think the highest I've seen was on a new train unit that we put in. They put in a service call on it like the next day saying it wasn't running, and we went out there and like the pressure was like at 650 or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I'm like, I ran and I just shut it off. I'm like, this thing's about to pop, man. So, I mean, you got to watch out, clean the coils, make sure everything's hooked up correctly.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. Zach, my last company was always giving bonuses for selling anything. And they got bad reps because guys just wanted the money. So that's a horrible thing too.
Work motto. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't sell, and maybe it's a good thing, you know, don't have to push sales or anything like that. I've never been into that. We don't really do residential, but on the commercial side, you know, if they need a new unit, I will tell them. If it's repairable, I will tell them, you know, what it needs done to be up and working again. And I really don't care if they pick a new unit or the repairs. I'm there regardless. You know, I'm going to get paid for either one. A lot of the commercial accounts actually buy their own equipment. So I don't even make money on that. So, like, honestly, I don't really care. But to me, it's always up to the customer. I don't like pushing sales or anything like that. Not talking bad about anybody that does, but that's kind of a hard one
Yeah,
to
we got a lot
gauge.
of companies down here. When we were doing residential, when we had our residential site open, we would go behind these companies and they were telling residents crazy stories. Like, if you don't replace the unit, you're going to die in your sleep because it's leaking. Like, just ridiculous stuff. And we're like, the suction pressure was low because your evap is completely plugged. Like,
Yeah.
picking up, no, I just can't believe the stuff that some people will go to sell a unit or something.
Okay, let me. Damn, I'm way behind in the chat. Oh,
Yeah, I'm
okay.
looking over and I'm like, whoa, there's a bunch.
It gets crazy sometimes. So let's see. Oh yeah, Tony from Field Piece is still in here, and he's like, oh, he trains at the symposium too. So yeah, he's out there doing the products and trainings for Field Piece.
Oh, sweet. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Okay, hold up. All right, I'll get to the chat in a minute. Let me look at my notes real quick. Do you have any advice? Because I've had some guys ask me like how to get into the trade, or how to get their foot in the trade, and what to expect or what to do. You know, once they get in. Do you have any advice for like the newer guys?
Yeah, I'm editing a video right now that I'm gonna drop regarding that. But
Okay.
to get your foot in the door, I definitely would recommend uh, either take like a short course at a trade school for HVAC or find a position as an installer. That I think that's the easiest way to get your foot in the door, because as an installer, you're gonna learn everything on the job site. You're gonna learn how to, run electrical, how to be safe with electrical, how to signal cranes, and all that stuff kind of transpires over to the service side. I mean, if you're craning a compressor up to the roof, you got to guide them. So
Oh
definitely,
yeah.
installer is a good way to get your foot in the door.
Good to know. Um, and then I had a question from Instagram or no YouTube. So they're asking that they feel the best training is to learn in the field. Of course, I agree with that too. If you're going to school, it's just for your basics, but actually learning how to, you know, troubleshoot, replace parts, change out compressors or coils or whatnot, you're going to learn that in the field. And then let's see.
Yeah, that's definitely how it goes. You only learn the basics. I remember the first couple times I got out into the field, I'm like looking at everything and I didn't like have an idea. I'm like, oh yeah, I know that superheat's supposed to be this, but I've never worked on this unit. So school is only just to get you the basics, as Adrian was saying.
Yeah, basics, and to kind of get comfortable with the like your tools and gauges and stuff. So he also asked, let's see, he's like, when you get into, or no, when you're in school, they teach you one way, which I'm assuming like that was my experience too. Like I learned a certain way in school, which to me is the right way. And then he says, when you go out into the field, they teach you a whole different way. Uh, and he said that they don't do any static pressure testing. They don't check gas valves and all these procedures that I guess he learned in school. So like, I don't know. Have you dealt with anything like that where you're trained, I guess, or you know something is supposed to be done a certain way, and maybe
Uh,
your lead tech or your senior tech just wants to get in and out or something?
yeah, I've gone through that a lot in the past. I was a little bit more quiet back then. I wouldn't really speak up. I just kind of did as I was told because you don't have that seniority or you don't have that much
Yeah.
experience. But as you go, I definitely recommend that you start filtering out the bad habits that people are trying to put in you. Like don't use them if you know they're not right. You obviously get better. You'll see everything in the trade, and you'll make your own form of how you like to work and everything. So just keep improving is all I have to say. Like if you know that they're not doing it right, just remember it. And when you go out on your own and start actually working by yourself, don't do the same practices. Obviously,
Yeah, that would drive me nuts because like I started like that too. Like I didn't want to step on any toes or anything like that, even though I know it wasn't right. If they wanted to do it their way, whatever. But I mean, I had the benefit of going to school and I learned it a certain way. So in my head, I knew that like I know I need my recovery. I know I need recovery tanks. I know not to mix refrigerant. That happens a lot out in the field.
yes,
And
definitely.
the the whole like R22 thing, like nobody, as far as I know, like we phased it out a long time ago. Like nobody here buys it, really. So I was talking to an older guy not too long ago, and actually went to school with his son. So he went to work for his dad, and I ran into them, and we're talking about it. And I was like, what do you use for a retrofit when you're dealing with an R22 or whatever? And he mentioned 407C, and I'm like, oh yeah, like I use that one too. It's the one that works for me. But if it's like an older unit, if it's running a mineral oil compressor, I'm like, you just got to remember to do that oil change. And he looks at me and he's like, what? No, I don't do that. Like, it's fine. I haven't had anything or nothing bad has happened or whatnot. And I'm like, okay. Like every time I try to bring up stuff or talk shop with some guys, I find out, they're not doing it a certain way. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to
I didn't
argue
hear that.
or
Yeah.
yeah. So it's a fine line, and you gotta, um, if you know it's wrong, just don't pick up that bad habit, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Tony. Tony's dipping out.
All
Later.
right, Tony, take care.
Let's see. Yeah, if you need to dip out, that's cool too. I'm just gonna go through the chat.
No, you're good. I got time.
Okay. Okay.
It's only 7:38 in Las Vegas, so
Yeah, I've been over there.
relatively early.
I think twice. I went to the AHR the last year that it was there, and then I had to go out there for Jobber for some stuff they were filming.
Oh, that's badass. Yeah, I was at the AHR 2 years ago. I didn't get to go all 3 days. Mine got kind of cut short because it was like a work day, so I only had a couple hours I can
Oh,
go. But it
yeah.
was a cool experience for sure.
It was really cool. I went that year, and it was like overwhelming. I didn't get to meet a lot of guys that time, or uh, talk shop with anybody. But me and my brother went, and we walked the whole floor, and saw all the different demos and things going on, and it's really cool. It's just very overwhelming. You really need the 3 whole days to see everything.
Yeah, we were there for a couple hours and we didn't even put a dent in it.
Oh
We just,
no, man.
yeah,
It's crazy. I went to the one in Atlanta. I got to meet a lot more people this time around, but I got to talk to some guys, from Instagram and YouTube and stuff, and then like I really didn't get to walk the floor too much. Like it goes by like so quick, and yeah, and the whole thing. So right now, like the social media thing is a it's like growing, I guess. You see all these guys on Instagram. There's been a lot of guys on YouTube that post either their service call videos or they do like classes and stuff like that, like HVAC school, Brian Orr, all these guys. I think it's so easy now to find the information that you need to get better just by watching these guys. I don't know. What do you think about the whole like Instagram or YouTube? Do you follow a lot of guys and do you get inspiration from them?
yeah, definitely. I definitely like the whole social media and YouTube because it helps me out for sure when I'm stuck on a service call or something. And I reach out, like I said earlier, I like to reach out to my resources and get as much help as I can. And when I first 4 years ago, when I first made my account, I was only following a few guys, and it wasn't as big as it is now. Like the main guy that I really was intrigued by was AKHVAC, Andrew Greaves.
Oh
He was
yeah.
up. He had the whole chiller scene down and everything, and he's actually like another reason why I got in the trade. He made it look very interesting. But yeah, the whole social media and YouTube and everything, I don't have a problem with it. You'll see a lot of stuff that'll help you out there. And these guys over here saying that, YouTube certified and everything. But I mean, it helps. If it helps, use it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more accounts now or people that are posting now that are more beneficial. Like you mentioned, Jeff, who is Jeff Jadem on Instagram. I think he's gonna
Yeah.
start a YouTube channel too. And it's him, it's Mike Flynn. There's a whole bunch of guys over there that are just knocking out, different aspects of the trade, like whether it's installs, service, giving out tips, um, sharing like knowledge and all that stuff is great. I think it's really and there's like no excuse not to know something nowadays. Like you can watch or look up something on YouTube, you can go talk to somebody on Instagram. I've reached out to a whole bunch of guys, even when I started and I only had like 10 followers, like there was a whole bunch of guys and they were more than willing to share their experience or give their advice, tell me what to look for. Like if they see me working on something or if I have a question on equipment, they've been more than helpful. So all that community over on Instagram and YouTube, and I'm starting to see it on TikTok as well. It's been a great community, and that's why I like being a part of it. Like you said, I like for myself, I only followed I think Chris HVACR videos, Tito, Tito vlogs,
Yeah, Tito's cool.
and a
I
couple of
watch
other
his.
guys. Yeah, and a couple other. Oh, and AK HVAC. I think I only followed like 3 or 4 of them, and I got really interested in their videos, and it opened up a whole like other world, right?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
and it's incredible.
Yeah, and that's one reason I think is why I started my channel is because I had so many questions about the field that I didn't know, and starting out in the trade, you don't really want to reach out. You're a little like it's a
Yeah,
little I don't know what you would call it, but I wasn't comfortable reaching out to some of these guys and asking these questions. So now that I have a little experience in the field, anybody that's got any questions, I mean, feel free to ask them. I'm an open book. I'm sure you are too.
and that's what's crazy, right? Like when I started, and I mean I'm older. I'm old. When I started, there was nothing you could look up. There you couldn't even download manuals and stuff. I remember trying to look up manuals, parts breakdowns, like all that stuff is available now. So you have that. You have anybody you can ask on Instagram. You can find a lot of like how tos on YouTube and stuff. But when I started, I also did not like, I don't know, I felt like maybe I was bothering them,
Yes.
or even sometimes if I knew somebody was good at it and they were like, yeah, call me or whatever, I would call them, and I would get, sometimes I would get like a general, um I'd be like, I have this problem, and they're like, well, did you check this or this? And I'm like, well, yeah. And it's just different when you're over the phone. Like, you can't, they're not in front of the unit to help you. So there was that too. Like, sometimes it wasn't helpful or beneficial to me, but now you have people online that are experts in like different areas, right? So if I need to ask Jeff about installing something, I can go talk to him, or Chris about, because he does some of the same work I do. Like, if he's seen this problem or that problem, I can reach out to them. And I felt the same way like you did. Like, when I started, I was just vlogging, I guess. I didn't think I'd be helping anybody, and then all of a sudden, like, people are reaching out to me, right, asking me this or telling me that they did something because they saw it in my video. So that's why I kind of started doing more and posting more. So it's a community that was a great thing that just kept growing, and it's incredible now.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with the statements you just said.
Let's see. HVAC guy, Blue On is great now too. Have you used Blue On?
I have. I was actually looking at that comment and I was gonna bring it up. I used Blue On a couple months back. I was working on a commercial carrier package unit, and I needed to eliminate the controls, but the way that it was wired, I just didn't understand it. So I used the Blue On app and was able to pull up the manual and figured out why it was wired like that. Change the parameters. So that, yeah, Blue On is definitely a great arsenal to have.
Wow. Like, I think I demoed it in one of my videos, but it was just to look up parts, because I think I was working on a carrier unit, and I needed to find something, and it was kind of old already. So I pulled it up, and it gave me like all the parts that were tied to that unit, the specs, the voltage, because I think that's the only location that we have that's 460 volt.
Oh,
And one
wow.
time I just took it for granted. I thought it was 208, and then like I find out it's 460. So, I on that one I wanted to double check, and I used Blue On, and sure enough, it pulled up all the information, and it's been great. And Blue On is one of those things that, like, on your phone you can have like a handful of apps at your disposal. So I have that one. I have one to do pressure temperature, like a PT chart. I have one on my phone like that. And of course I use like the field piece, the job link, um, or any of the other tools that I have like an app. I always have that on my phone and on me at all times. So that's another great tool to have, is just your phone, and being able to have these apps and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of the old timers always say that. They always say, back in my day is the same. Back in my day, I didn't have this
Yeah.
computer of a phone, and now you have everything. There's no reason why you can't figure it out, and it's true. You're one search away from finding your answer.
Yeah. If you say you can't find something or look up something, that's not an excuse anymore. You can find almost anything online, um,
Yeah,
regarding trade, like your work and parts. I get part breakdowns all the time, so I know what I'm looking at, and all that right on my phone.
yeah. And if any of the new guys are listening, um, when you're calling for tech support, have all your diagnosis things already ready. Like I expect, I'm sure Adrian is the same, because it gets kind of tedious when people call you and like they don't have no information. They're just like, the unit's not running. And like, all right,
Yeah.
is there power? Are the fuses, are they blown? What's the superheat subcool? What's exactly what's going on?
Yeah, if you call like a technical support for anything, you better have all that information. Or if you call somebody to help you out, I need like temperatures, pressures, what's working, what's not, is it clean,
Yeah,
all that
exactly.
information. Let's see. All right, Richie's in here. Okay. Anyway, let me get back to my notes. What tool bag are you rocking right now? Like your everyday tool bag?
Right now for maintenances, I got that MB. I just dropped a video recently about it. That's the one I'm rocking for all the PMs. For repairs and stuff, I got my MB3 because you could fit a bunch more tools that you need when doing repairs. So those are the two that I'm rocking right now.
Yeah, those are great bags. I still have my MB2 and my MB3.
Yeah,
Those have been my favorites.
for sure. I wish they made, if anybody from Vito's listening, I wish they made those like with a hard bottom. Like I like my bags to be able to stand up. If
Yeah,
they made it with a hard bottom, that'd be. I don't think I'd ever get another bag. That'd be it.
yeah, because I talked to a couple of guys from there, and I think I mentioned the same thing, and they're like, "Well, have you tried our MB3B?" But that one I think is a little bit different because it has like a slide out compartment inside or something, and
Yeah.
the back pouch is more for like a laptop or something. But the MB3B is the closest thing you can get to an MB3 with a hard bottom. But in I want to say it's in April or something, they have a new product line coming out. I don't know if you saw it at the AHR.
I think I seen something online.
They have the MB. I want to say it's a 5B. That's
Oh,
the mini backpack. So it looks like an MB3, but it has the meter pouches on the sides, like a TP double XL.
yeah.
So you have the two enclosed meter pouches on the side, but the middle is like an MB3 um, size, but it opens out like a tech pack backpack. So if you unzipper it, it folds down, and you have access to all your tools. So
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
they're pitching it out as like a small backpack, but the backpack straps are removable.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah, that'll be definitely a good bag. I got
yeah,
my idea as turning mine into a backpack from Tito when he
yeah,
dropped that one video with the straps. He double strapped it. It was like the perfect setup for me.
yeah, and I saw that, and I took a picture, and I tagged him in it, and he's like, wow, he's like, he went back to look, and he's like, man, I posted that, and I don't know how many years ago, and I'm like, yeah, I know, but now they're making it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I was actually I got off of social media and YouTube for a little while, and then I came back and I'm like trying to find Tito because his account was he was like a real interesting person. He's like real
Yeah,
motivated and stuff. I like him a lot. He's cool. I couldn't find it, and then he just dropped like a little preview of a video that he's gonna drop or something. And that was pretty cool.
yeah, it's because he switched to the solar stuff because he's doing like I don't know if it's maintenance or engineering at a hospital, so he can't post anything. And yeah, he switched to solar, but then he wasn't posting. And then I think he was gonna come back because he made all his videos like public again. But I don't know. Hopefully he comes back. I talk to him every now and then. Hopefully I can get him on the live sometime.
Yeah, that'd be cool for sure.
Yeah, he's one of the guys, man. Like I really liked his style. The way he did stuff, all his editing and stuff. That was all cool. That's what
Yeah,
got me
for sure.
like into it at the beginning. Let's see. Oh yeah, any word on the sling bag? Uh they're gonna call me back.
Yeah,
I
I
did
think
what's that?
that was cool. I seen that too. I was like, that would be useful. Make it easier for sure.
I was like, I've been thinking about that for the longest time, and I'm like, I posted it just to see if anybody else kind of thought the same, and everybody's like, I've been waiting for that, and I'm like, okay. Roger did reach out to me, so we'll see if he calls.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Maybe we can make it happen. What's up, John? Let's see. Oh yeah, somebody was like MB5B. Yeah, it's like a mini backpack. It's like a Frankenstein of a MB3 TP XXL tech pack backpack. Like they put all that together.
Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm sure. Like I said, I love the Vito bags. I'm sure I'll buy it when it comes out. When it comes out.
Yeah, I saw it because they showed it there at the expo, and I'm like, man, that one's gonna be a game changer. I'm just waiting to see what the spring promo is gonna be. So
Oh, there you go.
I,
That
I
other
was I
bag that I
was
sent you too was pretty sick. The like the little zipper one, and then you sent me the Riker one. It kind of goes they're hand in hand, like pretty much the same in a way.
oh yeah, that rollout bag.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had seen them, and I'm like, man, that's an interesting bag. I might have to buy one of those.
yeah, for sure. Richard said, "Damn, Adrian, you're a Vito guru." Yeah, Adrian knows his stuff.
Oh, Richard, yeah, man, I got into them. I probably only got into them like 3 or 4 years ago, and I think I was rocking like, well, my supply house had the CLC stuff, so I had like a tool pouch that flapped open. Then I had the one that was just open. It was like rectangle or something.
Yeah,
And then I switched to a backpack, and I really liked it, but then the straps just ripped off. So I was looking, and then I saw all this hype like from Vito, and I was like, let me try them out. And sure enough, like I haven't had issues with them personally.
yeah, no, they're
Um,
good.
I think I did have one like I think the elastic ripped in my MB3, but they took care of it because they're real good with their warranty and stuff. Even though I think I kind of caused that issue, but I was
Yeah,
like,
no, they're good.
let me just submit it, and they were like, no, we'll take care of it. So they stand behind their products.
Ramon, when are the 5 minute delays? Oh
Five
man,
minute
I'm
delay
gonna
shirts.
yeah, just work HVAC. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. I got to come up with a concept. As soon as I come up with a concept for a shirt, then I'll have I'll try to get with Adrian again, and maybe we can do another live stream and uh, sample them out. Send everybody a shirt, some stickers.
Yeah, man, you got to get on that sticker game. That stuff out. Give out at least some stickers. Everybody
Yeah,
loves doing that.
yeah. I got this little board right here that I'm trying to fill with stickers. I got Carlos 945 sending me some stickers, and a couple other guys. So I'm trying to fill this thing up with stickers.
Yeah, I still need his. I had hit him up. We'll see if I get it.
But yeah, I'll
Let's
keep you
see.
updated on that one.
HVAC guys. This guy's a guy that started a YouTube channel. I think I've seen him on Instagram too. They have
Yeah,
a EDC bag that they're sending me to do a product shoot with. Interesting.
post the
ED,
pictures.
EDC bag. Is that the backpack or is that something else? Oh, I'm
um,
asking. I'm
oh,
asking. I'm asking the HVAC guy. I'm not sure what he means by EDC bag.
yeah, I don't know if that's like the name because you know how they got their like MB, like oh, they got a bunch of different acronyms.
I'm thinking he's talking about a backpack because I have that one. There's a backpack that's coming out. I want to say March.
Everyday carry bag.
Oh, bag. I don't know. I know they're doing a backpack. Oh yeah, like a regular backpack. Okay. Yeah. Hold on real quick.
Oh, you're good. They're looking to appeal to the mass public more.
Like a regular backpack. So you mean this one?
Oh, there it is. Damn, that looks
EDC,
sweet.
EDC pack LCB. I don't know. That has a weird name. So this one, they had me. Like I said, I talked to a couple of guys from Vito, so I think they're trying to get into the whole social media space too, like where they have people trying out or showing their products,
Yeah,
which is cool, right? Everybody, like to me, if you're on Instagram, YouTube, anything like that, it's a brand you want to build too. because for them it's advertising. You know, you get some stuff out of it too, and they had me use that as like a luggage bag for my trip to AHR. So
Oh, there you
they have
go.
that coming out in March, and they have a whole bunch of stuff like for this year.
Upcoming year.
And they even have
No.
those lunch boxes too now.
Yeah, I seen those. That'd be a nice little thing to get for sure.
I'm probably gonna get that too. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna buy that one.
There you go. Yeah, that one would be nice.
Let's see, Jonathan. I want to try out backpacks for Vito.
Hey, that makes two of us. I'm sure Adrian is the same.
Man,
I
I
could
just
just
kept.
sample them all.
Hey, man, I think I started my channel doing Vito loadouts. So in the end, it pays off, man. Let's
Yeah, for
see.
sure. That HVAC, can you click that HVAC one? Yeah, I run a production company. Yeah, dude, I seen your videos. As soon as I seen them, like the editing was pretty good. Um,
Oh, no
I,
wonder.
yeah, I was like looking at it, I was like, whoa. I thought it was a bigger account than it actually was. And then I'm not saying like you're small or nothing. I know I'm small. I only got like 300 followers or something, but your production and your videos are like top notch, man. Keep all that up for sure.
That's awesome, man. Let's see. Been doing that for the last 3 years, working with Vito be dope. I'm sure they'll love the videos.
Yeah, for sure.
Tactile, just sub to Ramon. You have to type HVAC after 5 minute delay.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's another thing that Tito said too in one of my videos. Is he said I didn't even know that you were an HVAC related page until I watched your
oh,
video. So I gotta change my handle to something HVAC related. That way it'll pop up it in the algorithm.
well, I think Tactile was saying that that's the only way he could search you. So
Oh,
like
okay.
yeah, it's because like I don't know when you search certain like I know people that have channels that are just starting out. For some reason, I can't search them because YouTube does that. You know, they'll push a bigger channel at the top of the list or whatever. But the cool thing is they did the little at thing like Instagram. If you type the at symbol and then put the name, it'll come out. So if you
Oh,
guys
for
are
sure.
are looking for Ramon, put the little at symbol and then put 5 minute delay. It should come out. That's the
Perfect.
easiest way to
Appreciate that.
to to narrow it down to find it.
Dang, I don't know what's going on with my neighbor's dogs. They don't sound very good right now. I don't know if you could hear that.
I don't think so. I think it was very faint.
Okay, perfect.
Let me see. Okay, I mean we'll wrap it up in a bit. Any tools that you recommend? Like anything out of the ordinary? Like for me, the Klein ratchet, the little electrician's ratchet, is a game lifesaver for me. So I recommend that one a lot. But do you have any tool that you always carry on you, or like you don't want to not have in your bag?
That one's a hard one. I think the one that I've been using a lot right now is the Milwaukee 90. It's holds a quarter inch bit, and it just gets in those tight places. So I think that's like a really good one to add to the bag if you don't already have it. But other than that, I mean, I just use the basics. I got the Klein wire strippers and the field piece meter, Milwaukee drill.
Yeah, like I think I just got that one, the little whatever you call it, the 90 attachment for the impact. And I haven't used it a whole bunch, but like every time I've used it, it's like I'm so glad that I had it.
Yeah, and it's strong. Like I've messed with some of these other little flexible extensions that you can get into tight spaces, and they can't even drill a hole if you needed to, like a self tapper. But that Milwaukee one is tough. That one just drills like if it was directly on the drill. So
Yeah, like the other day I had to drill some self tappers in an awkward spot just to mount something, and it did it no problem.
yeah, it's a good tool.
Let's see. And do you have any hobbies outside of work? Like what do you do to decompress or like get your mind off of work?
Um, I know some of these guys follow me on Instagram. I post usually every day. I like to go to the gym. That's my go-to, is just try to stay as active as possible. Not only does it help me with like my stress and anxiety and all that, but it helps with longevity. You're in this trade, you're going to be walking on roofs and carrying heavy tools and parts. So I think that's for sure my best hobby that I do. Other than that, I just kind of relax at home if I'm not working.
Well, that's good. I used to play basketball and different sports here and there. Working out was like one of my or working out and playing basketball was like how I kind of like got away from everything. Lately, I kind of just try to enjoy time with my family. I work on my cars a little bit. I'm trying to get back into working out. I haven't worked out consistently in a long time. So,
No, it's all
um,
right. You gotta start that one day and then just kind of build on that. But
I know,
when
I
you
know.
find the time, it's when we get a time like this when it's kind of slowing down, it's good to spend time with the family, because when summer comes, I know I'm not home like for
Yeah.
80% of the day. So
Yeah. Do you have any kids?
yeah, I got one little boy. He just
One.
turned 4 back in December.
Yeah, man, it's tough, especially when they're younger.
Yeah, they
And
run into you. You don't leave, Dada. Don't go to
yeah,
work. Come home when you coming home. But
man,
you gotta do it.
that's the worst. And then like, you just want to be with them all the time and you got to go to work, but you got to put bread on the table, set yourself up for success.
Yeah, for sure. My boy did 75 hard. Yeah, HVAC guys. That shout out to Andy Frizella. I watch him a lot. If you guys aren't familiar with him, I recommend looking at him. He's like a motivational speaker, real inspirational guy. But that 75 hard, I tried it and it's brutal, man. I can't work out twice a day. It's like a little regimen that he made himself, and
Oh,
it requires a certain amount of things to get done every day for 75 days. It gets brutal, especially in this field.
man. Yeah, like I've never been into those high intensity stuff. I've done it and yeah, the pounds come off and stuff, but it's hard to keep up. And I had a lot of friends that we would try to do all that stuff and I was like I'm done with it. I just like to work out in peace personally. I have music on somehow or whatever and then um I like to do free weights, bench, simple stuff just to get my mind off of things. And I don't know, I relax a little bit when I'm working out.
Yeah, that's good, man. It's just hit it when you can. Definitely helps out with the like stress and stuff.
Yeah, it helps out with stress. I mean, like I said, I used to play sports. I have bad knees. I've had surgeries and stuff like that. So the more I take care of my body now, the better I am at work. We lift a lot of heavy stuff, climbing ladders. It's not easy doing what we do. So
Yeah, exactly. You gotta
it's
take care of
it's
yourself as much as
it's
you can.
better. Yeah, it's better if you can get in shape, but take care of yourself, watch out for your body and try and do that. HVAC guys flies a drone. I wanted to get a drone, but haven't done that yet. And he 3D prints stuff.
Oh,
Man, that guy does it
oh
all.
yeah, I know. He's well rounded. You got any stickers? I'm gonna have to hit you up. I got you on Instagram. I'll reach out a little later and then get some stickers from HVAC guys, and then from
Yeah,
AG as well.
I need to hit them up. I don't know. I think they're pretty new. I just started seeing their stuff, but they got good stuff.
Yeah, he does for sure.
All right, man. We're a little over an hour and a half. I'm gonna start wrapping it up. Um, I don't know if there was anything we missed. I mean, I'm sure we missed some of the chat. It got a little out of hand over here, but
It's all right.
uh,
Well, for some reason, I'm not able to scroll through the comments. I think it's just on your end.
it froze on you.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't let me scroll. I just see the ones that pop up every now and then.
Oh well, HVAC guy says he needs to get something made.
Yeah, that'll be good. I'm in the same boat as you though, so I feel you.
Oh yeah, I need to check out his YouTube channel.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna subscribe. I didn't know you had one. I'm gonna
Yeah,
for sure subscribe and follow it up. The stuff you post on Instagram is great, like I said. So I expect nothing less on your YouTube. If not, it'll be better as well.
yeah, he posted I think he was putting up lights in his van. I had just done that myself too, but the way he did his, I don't know if you saw it. It was like the little
The bars, the LED bars. Was it the
light
LED bars?
bars. Yeah, yeah, that would look cool. All right, man. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up. This is Ramon. You can find him on Instagram, YouTube. I don't know if you're doing anything else at the moment.
No, not really. Just kind of focusing on the Instagram and YouTube right now.
Yeah, at 5 minute delay. You can find him here and on Instagram. If you guys want, go follow him. Give him a sub on the channel. That would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, definitely appreciate all the support.
All right, man. So pleasure having you on. It was good chatting with you. Maybe we'll do it again sometime soon. And yeah, guys, I'm gonna close it up in a minute. If you have any questions, now would be the time.
No, no questions. I want to, thank you. I appreciate you bringing me on, giving me a little exposure. I hope the conversations we had today were good. I thought they were good. We touched on a lot of good topics, I think.
Yeah, man, it went great. Yeah, and if anybody's watching right now, this does get uploaded to the podcast I have on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everything. Anywhere you listen, you can find it there. I'll have it uploaded tomorrow, and I will see you guys.
All right, appreciate it. It's been a real pleasure, Adrian.
Yeah, man. I'll
All
see
right,
you.
sweet. Take care.